Welcome to the 28th episode of Indie and Music Industry World. Ladies and gentlemen, key vipers.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, cool.
Awesome.
How's it going?
Very good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for have a conversation with me about your music. You're amazing. I've listened all your tracks. There's everything. That sound. There's a pure message behind every song. Congrats so much. How was the process of a Miro? Because it has a deep meaning. I love
Yeah,
it.
appreciate it, David. Thank you so much for kind words about the music and everything I do. All these songs are pure songs, like done professionally, right? With the proper studio, with the proper musicians, with everything
Yeah,
done the right way, the best way I could afford, the best way I could do it. But these songs were created from a place of transformation because I like I've changed careers. Well, quite recently. Just a few years ago, I was doing IT. I was running a company that was providing a software as a service thing for different companies. Like it was like a B to business to business thing.
yeah,
Uh, so it was quite a big change for me, and kind of these songs represent the journey I went through that eventually brought me into committing 100% to the music, to the craft of music, to writing songs, to putting them out there.
that's
Um,
amazing.
well, it's quite fun because I'm quite old, if you can say this, for trying to make it in the music industry, right? I'm 37, so like, what the hell am I doing here, right? And when I started the thing, I was 34. Like it's just nothing, like 3 years or something, like 3.5 years of
When it
doing the
was the
thing.
right moment when you said, "Okay, it's right now. It's my time. I wanna do my own songs. I wanna start with music. And you
Yeah.
got a lot of story to tell, more than part of the artist.
Yeah, I mean, it it was a set of things that have happened during my life that eventually brought me to music. But there have been like, well, I can tell you two things, two stories that are crucial to me being here and playing the piano and
Yeah.
doing it. So first thing is I went to a concert that was carried out in a city of Verona in Italy.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
Arena di Verona, right?
Yeah.
This is an amazing Colosseum-like building. It's beautiful as it is. But the guy who was performing there, I bet you know him, Mark Knopfler, former frontman of Dire Straits,
Yeah.
right? I always loved his music, and like I always admired him, and just being there watching him playing on the stage was a gift for me. It was amazing. He had amazing musicians, but there was a moment in his performance when he was talking to the crowd, talking to the people, right? And he was saying he's getting old. He's quite old, right? And he was saying that I'm getting old, and my family, they tell me like, Mark, you gotta stop doing what you're doing. You gotta retire. It's time for you to do this because it's very hard to do these kind of gigs, and it takes lots of energy and like health and everything. And he said, guys, I enjoy this. This is what I live for, and I don't want to go off the stage. I want to continue doing music. So there I was sitting in this Coliseum of Verona, listening to Mark, and I asked myself, like, and at the moment I was doing the IT, right? The all the thing that the developers and stuff. And I asked myself, when I'm gonna be like him, gray and old, right? Will I enjoy what I'm doing right now as much? And like the answer was like this: I no, I don't like. And the question was like, okay, well, what am I gonna enjoy? And like the first thought was music. It's like I did music when I was young. Of course, I had a band and stuff, but it was
Yeah.
like all English stuff. But like the answer was instant. But I haven't changed careers at the moment. It just was like one of the foundational steps for me, something that really made me think about it a lot. Um, then, I gotta tell you something about myself for you to understand what brought me into changing the career. Because I'm Ukrainian. I
Yeah.
was born in Kyiv.
No.
I have a mix of cultures inside of me. Because I was born and raised in Ukraine, and I'm Ukrainian by nationality. But like my father, he was born in Vienna, in Austria. My mother
Oh.
was born in Russia, in Tula. I was attending a British school in Kiev. So, and I finished. I've attended a university in Kiev, in Ukrainian university. So, and the thing about Ukrainians and Ukraine, since 90s till today, we were immersed in Western culture a lot. Like all of us, I think Italy is kind of the same thing, right? You've had lots of movies, lots of pop culture on the screens, on the radio, right? That's like I've been listening to Dire Straits, Aerosmith, Eminem, and all
You're a
of these.
mixer of, and I can feel it. I can listen just like a mix, of just like instruments and music too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When the war started, right?
Yeah.
I was in Kiev with my family, and we went out of the city into a farm, basically, where my mother
Oh.
lived. And we stayed there for more than 2 years, right? Since the beginning of the war. And at first, it was like, surviving, trying to to run the company, to find people
Do they
wherever they
move
are.
with you in Spain or they stay there?
Come again?
Do they move in Spain with you or they stayed in the Ukraine?
Partially. So part of my family is still in Ukraine.
Okay.
My wife and my son are now in Barcelona,
Ah,
in
okay.
Spain. So it's like my mother. She's still running the farm. She's still doing the thing. She's not the one who would give up. She's this kind of person. But at the
Yeah.
moment when things started, we've all tried to just keep the thing running and find any resources we can find to keep the thing running, because it was hard to get everything, like basically even the food for cows, for cattle. It was really, really hard to get it, and there was no economy, no sales, no
Yeah.
nothing, so money. And the thing we have found out about the world during this first initial, I would say, year and a half of war was transformative for all of us, because so many people have come to help us. This was absolutely amazing, like nothing like you've ever seen before. Starting from your neighbors, and even the company that I've been running, the IT company, right?
Yeah.
It is a global thing, because you can sell your products everywhere. So we have this company that's been doing similar service. So basically our competitor in
Yeah.
in Brazil, and they, in the first weeks of the war, they contacted us and said, like, we wanted to transfer some money to you just to help you out. We know what's going on. It was like, what the hell?
Wow.
It was absolutely amazing. It was like, a, I didn't know that the world and people in the world can be this kind, this open, this warm, you know? And this is a very important thing. And this is something that really changed the way we think about the world right now. And of course, on the flip side, some of the people that I thought that are close relatives or friends or something, there was just and they like disappeared from the life, you know. And that's it. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like first 6 months it was kind of survival mode, right? Like the front line was really really close to us, like 10 kilometers from us. I was going back and forth from our gate with smoking the cigarettes. I gave up smoking.
Yeah.
And I was like listening to the cannons and everything, and trying to decide if we should run away now or we should wait for another day. It was like it was really hectic. But no, that's not the thing that I want to tell you about. And what I want to tell you about is that these series of events that were really transformative for me, they at some point, there was one point, very very interesting. We were running the company with my wife together, and we were looking for another round of investment for the company. It's been more than 10 years we've been running the company, so it's been another stage was coming, right? And we found a great great company that would want to invest in us, and we've had a series of negotiations. We had a term sheet for actually getting the deal. And I remember myself, I just walked out of the room when we had a negotiation. That was online, but I was in the room. And I thought to myself, okay, now if we're gonna accept the thing, I need to commit to doing the IT thing for another 5 to 10 years, because that's what you want to do if you accept the money, if you go into the part, right? And I had this really really clear thought in my head: 5 years? No, I don't want to do this for another day. I don't think it's worth the life. Like can stop
Yeah.
first, and it's nothing that would matter to me, not at all. I want to do music. I don't
Yeah.
know how to say it to my wife, you know. That was something out of the world. Like I just came back into the room and said, I don't know how to say it. I don't know what to do. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I don't know what we're gonna do, because there's no money, there's no nothing that we have our hands on. But
You
I
had
cannot.
to do that, because you're born for this. How much is hard to, emotionally to write about what you lived in the Ukraine.
Um, there's so many details that you can go into thinking about the emotional side of the whole process, and it's still an ongoing thing, you know. We actually didn't plan to go and live for a long time in Spain. We went for a vacation. We went for eight days. We were not like, our mindset wasn't like go and live somewhere else. It's just that when the vacation time ended, like this like 9 days or so, we were sitting in Bergamo, in Italy,
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
by the way. uh, you know that there's a airport there,
Yeah.
and we had for the next flight next day.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there, it's like me, my wife, and my son. And I was like sitting and looking at my wife, and she was like, I'm not sure we're ready to go back. We just need more time. We just need some more time away from the thing. It's been 2 years in there, and it's such a big change of reality when you're moving out of the country. It's just well, two different universes, you know. And it was like, okay, well, let's prolong the holiday, let's prolong the vacation time. And we went on, and accidentally we ended up in Barcelona. So even coming to terms with yourself that you're going to stay away from your home country for longer is a difficult thing. And it's for me, it wasn't something I could convince myself on the spot to make this decision, like, for another year or 2 years. It was like, okay, we can spend another 2 weeks away, or then maybe a month. And so it's just like a step-by-step thing, because it's hard. It's really hard. The longest I've been away from Ukraine before that was 6 months. That's it. We had
It's
like
really hard. Yeah.
our family is there and everything, and it's just so strange. But yeah, now it's here. Now it's different. Oh, there's. I just talking about this whole thing gives me some flashbacks that are kind of cute. So when the war started, right, we moved to this farm of my mother's, and it's a farm thing. There are
Yeah.
quite a few buildings. It's not a big farm. It's like 100 cows, but there are like some infrastructure to it. So it just allows to have some people in there. So there's been a lot of movement of people because someone was running away, someone was booming, and like lots of people. And this involved some children also, with some animals like dogs and cats and stuff. It was like all everybody together. And there's been a big kitchen when we had to cook for everyone, and it's like
Yeah.
people. We've cooked a lot of stuff, lots of food, and kids played together, of course, and things. And my son, he was he was 8 at the moment, right? Just quite young, and I was at the beginning. I was trying to not to tell him that it's a war. I told him that it's like a military training. So they're practicing their thing,
Okay.
and need to stay away from it for a while. And after this
You have to
stuff.
say something, okay, something like a story to invite to them. That's great.
Exactly. So something to explain the loud
Yeah.
thing going on around, but not telling that someone is coming to kill people. That's something hard to tell to an 8-year-old. So he was like in this, in his imagination, it was like just an adventure for a while. And all these people are around all together, children and animals and everyone. And he was walking beside me at some point. He was like, "Dad, I think it's like the best time of my life. It's so amazing." And I was like, "Oh, wow, what a freaking
This
change!"
story reminds me an Italian movie. I don't know if
What
you
is
saw this. It's like La Vita è Bella. He was talking about the war, and the story just like so similar to this, to yours. A dad that explained to the son about the war.
right?
And it was the second war, so he made just like something like you to his son, and it was just like great.
Yeah, I mean, it's like what? That's a change of perspective. That's different, and like it made me think about, okay, what is really important? Like, okay, people coming together, having fun together, like having this bond together is really important. And music helped a lot in this process as well, because I just picked up my guitar and I just played for
Yeah.
them, and they like I remember, like, at this moment everybody were like so electric that they responded to everything around them very well. It just took one song to bring people to tears. It's just like very little effort to actually reach into their feelings, into their souls. It is amazing. It is amazing. So like there are lots of different sides to the process, to the thing that's changing people in this kind of circumstances and this kind of situation. So it's not just bad or good, or it's just lots of different sides. Of course it's terrible, of course it's awful, and I wish we wouldn't have to go through all the thing. That's absolutely true. But well, we have to accept the thing, right? That there's no way around it. And when you accept it, then you can analyze and think about how it changes you, how it changes people around you. This is something.
Yeah. How your songs were born, exactly from the instrumental first or the lyrics? How is your process?
So I've tried different approaches, of course. Like as you know, there are so many different ways you can do this.
Yeah.
But there's one way that I really love, and like 90% of what I create comes from the place. It's like usually it comes from playing an instrument, like piano or guitar,
Guitar.
um, and you develop a melody or a riff. At some point, something clicks inside of you and inside of me, man, basically, and some gibberish comes out of the mouth. Like just I, in the moment, I cannot understand what I'm saying, what's going on, and what the song is about, and if it's even a song. The trick, my trick, is to have a something to record with
Yeah.
right there on the spot. So I would do the recording. It doesn't matter the quality. It's just to have it there,
Just like
and then
just like the idea of what kind of.
yeah, and not to think about it, not to try to analyze it. Just let it flow. Just
Yeah.
whatever you're saying, whatever you're playing. If it's 5 minutes, that doesn't matter. If it's 20
Have
minutes,
you just
doesn't.
performed something about Spain? Have you just performed your music around Spain or not yet?
So I wouldn't say it's about Spain at the moment. I don't think I have lived enough here to actually to have enough experience to put it into the music. Although some of the new songs are already born here, so I think, of course, they have the influence. That's for sure. That's for sure. And like it really depends on whatever the conscience just sends you. It's just
Yeah.
I cannot control it. And one of the songs that I'm working right now, I'm gonna be recording vocals later, like in a week or two. It's almost done. The whole thing. It's called Acid, and it's the song was written by me when I was sitting in a passenger seat of my car, right? And my wife was driving, and we were in a fight. I was
Okay.
super angry. I mean, like crazy angry, and like in the moment, I felt like I can start shouting and arguing, or I can try to write a song. So I sat there with the phone, sitting like this, very freaking angry, and thinking in my head about the song and how it goes, and just writing it down. It's just like
Yeah.
different than everything else, but it helped a lot. It just well, at least it helped me from giving into to the fight. But afterwards, I really like the song. I really like the tune. It's I think it's gonna be really really good. So it just depends. It just depends
Yeah.
on
I
in the
love
end.
also your vision of the videos too. How did you have the ideas of shooting the videos?
So I there are a few things to it. First of all, I have a pleasure of working with Anastasia Real, who's a photographer I've met in Barcelona.
Yeah.
And she's amazing. I like what she's doing, and she knows how to shoot properly, and she has this amazing taste. Then I'm really in love with beautiful pictures of nature, of architecture, and Spain is amazing about it. Just like Italy. Well, just like around Europe, you can find places that are so good.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful, and
That inspired too.
they inspire you. And I saw this video, the first video of a musician performing and using the picture of nature very well was RYX Rix. You know him, right? He has this amazing video in the desert
Yeah.
where he performs and everything, and I was like, it was breathtaking for me. I was watching it over and over again, and I thought, wow, that's so amazing. Then I saw a few amazing videos done by Kaleo. You know these guys from Iceland.
Yeah.
Uh, Way down we go, right? These guys. So they also do this. They shoot videos in amazing places around the world. And I don't know if you've seen. There's an amazing video. They're shooting a performance inside an ice cave. So it's crazy. It's crazy beautiful, and it's inspiring. And I felt like, wow, can I do this? Is it possible to do this? Because I feel like this is very close to me, to my vision of what fits into the music, into my personal view, like what where I fit in. I cannot like imagine myself as easily in other circumstances, right? That's so I decided like, let's give it a try. Let's try.
That's amazing, and there was just like an amazing jobs. There's a lot of seems like a story. I can really feel the songs in the videos too. You made the song alive, and that's beautiful. Have you
I,
planned like an album or an EP right now?
Yeah. Thank you for asking. So, the idea is to have 3 songs, right? For an EP, for just the first step, I would say. So, and that's what's gonna be. So these 3 songs that I've just recently released, "I Won't Break," "Mirror," and "Say I Do,"
Yeah.
gonna be released as a EP.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and it's gonna like in 2 weeks time, so it's very close. I'm gonna Why I'm doing this, because I have this amazing footage of live performance of these songs in amazing place again, and I just can't wait to throw it out there for people to watch it and have this step done. For me it's very important to have this like a milestone. Just okay, I made these 3 songs. They're good. I love them. I have videos and everything. It's all out there, so people can go watch and see who am I and what my music is about. But then my big goal for this year is to record more, to have a full album by the end of the year. Uh, my plan is to be releasing these songs as singles on an ongoing basis. So it's going to be like 1 single per month or so,
Yeah.
right up till December. And then
So are you searching for a record label, or you want to stay independent?
I don't know.
You have
You
to,
uh,
you got just like important songs. So I think that I can help you about it. I think that a label could absolutely help you through this journey.
Absolutely. Davide, the thing is that since I've started the journey of making music, I was blessed at every step by having people contacting me, or being presented with people who are helping me on my way in the right moment, in the right time. So when I started, like in the very beginning, I was like, ah, I want to do music, but what should I do? Like it's not like I have my vocals ready or whatever. I just don't know what to do. And there was a guy who I met accidentally online who directed me to a vocal coach, Anthony Wade. He's in London, and he's amazing, and he's beautiful, and he dragged me through 2 years of vocal practice to bring my vocals to the place where it is right now. And it was nowhere there. It was terrible. I couldn't, like, the pitch was all over the place. It was terrible. 2 years of practice. That was like very dedicated practice, like 4 hours a day, every day, and every week we had these sessions online with Anthony. But I was presented with the guy. If he wouldn't be there for me, I I wouldn't be able to step further. Then when I came to Barcelona first time, I wasn't going to stay in Barcelona. It was just like 5 days in a hotel, meeting my friends who I haven't seen for 2 years, who moved out of Ukraine for a long time, and just spend some time there. And I had like a few hours on my hand. I was sitting in the hotel room, right, and looking at the Google Maps because I haven't been to Barcelona before, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
what's around? What's around? I have a couple of hours. What should I do? And like, I was in Poblino. It's one of the districts in the city. I said like, oh, there's a record studio. Why would I need a recording studio? I'm not planning to record anything at the moment. But I opened the website, look at the guys' faces, and I was like, they seem like nice people. I want to, and I wrote them a message. They said like, hey, come in, we're gonna talk. And I came in and it was like, and Jason, and we spent like 2 hours talking. I just felt like I knew them for 20 years. You know, it's just the pure synchronization right there. You know, it's like, wow. And then what I should do, how should I prepare to make the records happen actually, and that they can actually help me to create the music of a and everything. I was like, what the hell? How has this happened? Just like magic, and it keeps happening to me, and I'm just like, okay, I'm open. Let's do it. Whatever you say is gonna happen next. You say that it's gonna be a label, fine. It's gonna be this
I
contract.
think that you should have a lot of success in Europe too. Maybe in the US. Why not? You know, your style is great. I think you could break around around Europe too first, and then
Wow.
I think
I
so.
didn't thought about it. Do this, right? I guess. Well, at the moment, I'm trying to. What I'm trying to do is, first of all, I need to get my records. I need to get the album, right?
Yeah.
Because I have enough content basically for people to listen to be immersed in, and perform. I want to perform my music, so I want to start performing. So one of the that I have. Remember the story about Mark Knopfler in Arena di
Yeah.
Verona? So my dream is to perform at the Arena di Verona to 15,000 crowd there, all the solo concert and everything. Because, well, I looked it up. It's like 15,000 people. That's how many tickets I need to sell.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's dream, you know. I envisioned this. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this.
You will do that. I think that you will do a very big success in a quick time. So absolutely. So when you release your next single, when you think that ready?
So yeah, we have this Friday. We're gonna have a new video on the Mirror coming out. It's gonna be a live performance video.
Cool.
And after that, next week, it's gonna be the EP release. So it's gonna be these 3 songs with different videos and everything on EP. And I'm gonna be releasing the videos for 1 month. And after that, we're gonna have a single coming out. It's gonna be called Guiding Light. It's an amazing song. I was very lucky because one of the guys who is playing on the song, on the record, is an upright bass player.
Wow.
Oh, it was pure luck because it's a friend, one of the producers that I'm working with,
Yeah.
Jason, and it's his friend who's working in a different band. They're touring in London, but
Oh,
he came to Barcelona just for a week, just to, well, to see his friend, just leisure time, you know. And he was there, and he was open to play for my record, and we got him on the record, and
that's
it's so cool.
amazing.
Oh, by the way, I gotta tell you this. I think it's gonna be, well, to me it was very fascinating. The way we do the things in the studio, the process
Yeah,
is so different. The thing is, we have one session to prepare the song. We just like a songwriting session, right? We
yeah,
take the chord progression and everything, and we work on that. With just me and another. Uh, After that, we make some basic vocals and leading instrument, piano or guitar, whatever the song. But it's just to have this structure out there, and have something to guide other musicians in a band session. So the band session is drums, we're gonna have a bass player, we're gonna have keys player, we're gonna have, I don't know, electric guitar or whatever. So we decide on the instruments, and we find musicians, and Barcelona is very good at bringing the best musicians they
yeah.
have.
I feel
Like,
it. You know, when I've listened you tracks, you know, I feel the real instruments. It's not with did with computer. I felt the instruments, and that's what I want. You know.
exactly. So the thing is, we find these musicians, and we invite them as a session musicians into this band session, and we take like 4 or 5 hours just playing the song, like developing the song from the ground right up to the ready-made record. So it's just like, it's for me, well, when we did it for the first time, it was like, well, it's impossible. You cannot do a proper record just like this in one session, but it is possible when you have good preparation. So the song
Yeah.
is well prepared. You know what, I know what's gonna be in there. I have the main melodies. I have the vocal melodies. I have the vocals and everything. You know, it's in there, and I know what's important. I know what's gotta be in there. But the rest of the arrangement is done by these musicians, and they are so good that they can bring such great solutions into the song right there, right on the spot, because they're super talented and they have experience. They play a lot. They play every, and eventually you get an amazing record that you couldn't thought up couldn't like I couldn't thought this up and just sitting in my home studio, you know. It's just impossible, and the quality is there and the energy is there, you know. These sessions, band sessions, the best thing. I love it so much because the energy in the room, it's so good. It's nothing about being strict or being serious. It's just pure fun. It's just laughing and having fun and just playing in one room and laying these recordings after recordings, and then there's one moment in the whole thing, you know, when we're playing the song again and again. You think that you figured out the main things for each instrument, but it still sounds like it's raw and not there yet. But then there's one take when everybody starts like
Yeah.
grooving, and you see, yeah, that's it's ready. It's just 1 2 takes away from being ready. That's it. And this moment, it just happens every time. It's so amazing. I love this process so much that I hardly can imagine myself moving into the different process when you record instrument by instrument for a long time and do the digital stuff. I don't know. I don't think that one process is better than the other one, but I enjoy this one so much right now that I just wanna stick to it for a while.
Great to see an artist like you with a real passion. You know, and that's absolutely amazing. You know, you got passion. You know, you got more than talent. You got something to say, and that's so important. That's what I feel. you know.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I want you to present yourself to my public now.
Sure. 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 I would love to. Well,
Yeah,
first of all, thank you for contacting me, and making this
absolutely.
possible.
It's just an honor to have you.
It's honor is all mine. Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
Ah, all right. Now, what's your plan? What's your plan with what you're doing with the podcast? What's the big story about it?
My big story, the podcast burn as I used to have contacts in music, right? Just like from a songwriters, from executive producers, producers to. I wanted to create just like a space for all of you to connect. Maybe just like an executive that comes to my podcast and see you as an artist. Maybe just give for opportunity.
Uh huh.
That's what just like my idea of the podcast.
Nice. Yeah, it's a very very good thing to do. How do you see it evolving? Do you see it? What is gonna be in next year? Where do you think, or where do you want to see it in a year or two?
Me,
Or
I'm not
yeah,
in Italy. I will not be in Italy. I'm moving to Dallas.
you're moving to Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
Why?
I will try to see some venues. Maybe something for you to play. What? It's just so far, but I think that just like U.S. has a different cultures on music. I can tell you about Italy as a culture. I
Right.
prefer just like the U.S.
Uh huh.
vision of what is music. That is just like uh, big as a Europe. I don't like Italian music. That's true. That's all. I can feel like U.S. and Europe too as a more more vibes, more genres, more cultures. I don't know why. Maybe not. It's just like my opinion, but that's what I feel. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
I
like
couldn't.
another Italian market. Italian industry. I know. I tell you. That's why I know some just like some big artists here, and I don't like the market here is bad.
Oh, is it?
Supposedly that I think that I can talk to you about Italy. Just like artists are just like only numbers. You can have a success with a major label for less than a year, and maybe they rejected you because you don't do numbers. I don't think it's a bad way for an artist to grow. That's why I
Hmm.
truly believe that the independent labels too can works now.
Okay. 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 I didn't know that. I know nothing about the Italian market, of course. But what I know is that it's very similar to Ukraine in terms of that people like English music, music in English. That's why I do music in English, right? So
I try
it's
to
just
start to listen some Ukraine music. I'm in touch with a singer from the Ukraine. I had to interview him, just like he has just like, I think that he's Chan. He made just like from the Eurovision of the Ukraine, the young Eurovision, and I think he won. I don't know, cause he made just like Sanremo.
right.
And I've listened him singing in the Ukraine. I love the sound. It's just like something interesting too.
It is interesting. I mean, like I like when people fuse things in different languages because
Yeah,
that's what's happening to the world. That's what I feel happening to the world. It's a fusion of cultures. It's I believe that the world is going to the place when everybody's welcome everywhere by every culture, and there's going to be a blend of cultures that is going to represent the human being that comes from planet
exactly.
Earth, right? It's not like I'm from I don't know, Spain, you're from Italy or from Ukraine or whatever. We're from freaking Earth. We don't need to have these borders and everything. And this is where we are going, and that's what I truly believe. And it's really nicely represented in music which uses different languages, because it just gives you different flavors, like the Kaleo band, that we've talked about
Yeah,
just recently. Have you heard the songs that they do in Icelandic, right?
yeah, I think
That's what
so. Yeah.
have you heard them? Have you heard these songs? Man, they're so beautiful. I cannot understand a single
Nothing.
word, but it's so beautiful. I've listened to it and listened again and again and again. It's just absolutely amazing. I just love it.
Is there something
Uh,
that impacts with the melody sometimes, the vibe?
yeah, yeah, and it comes from the cultural code. Like they use some melodies from their folk culture of the country, and it just touches you in the way that you've never been touched before, like inside of your cultures. It's just so different. I love when people bring their cultural taste into the English speaking music as well, like Jack Savoretti, right?
Yeah.
Italian musician. Totally in love with his music. He's amazing. I love what he does in English, and I love what he does in Italian as well. He's just so charismatic, and his songs are so beautiful. But he comes from Italian wife, very much so. You're right. So it's just this is what fascinates me. That's what I love about music right now.
Absolutely. So thank you
Yeah,
so much for our beautiful conversation. It was just like an honor to have you. You
pleasure
can
made it.
count on me for every support, just like for sharing your track. And I cannot wait to share your new album and the acoustic video too. That will be
Yeah,
out on Friday. So count on me for everything. You rock.
awesome,
Totally.
awesome. Thank you,
thank,
David. Thank you,
thank you
thank you.
so much. See
Very nice
you.
talking.
It was an
Yeah,
honor. Bye.
bye.